Hello everyone, hope you all had a good Christmas break and all that jazz. I am joined tonight by the self-proclaimed
Jesus,
most knowledgeable man in boxing. We're here to sit down and do our 2015, I'm getting ahead of myself, Boxing Gossip Awards. I know Floyd Mayweather is sitting at home in his mansion, praying, hoping he might be the recipient of one of these. But here we go, we're going to take it seriously enough.
Sponsor of the year.
Before we get into that, let us start. I've briefly discussed 2015. Keen to have your input on how you view 2015, a year in boxing.
I think everything got better after Mayweather Pacquiao. Basically, I think almost the entirety of January through May was, will it happen? Will it happen? Will it happen? It happened. Everyone was disappointed, and then things got better, generally speaking.
How do you score the year as a whole?
From a British perspective, fantastic. Obviously, how many? I can't remember what the number of champions was at the start of 2015, but it's over 10 now.
I think we're on 12. We've ended the year.
Yeah. From a world perspective, it's been fairly enjoyable. I mean, Canelo was in a couple of big fights. Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko. A few good fights on PBC that were very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I think Mayweather, Pacquiao, Fury, Klitschko, Canelo, Cotto, Adrian Broner, Sean Porter.
Was it Coney versus Kamado? Fantastic fight.
I'm more talking about how big these events were, even to a lesser extent. Golovkin, Lemieux. We've
Santa Cruz Mares.
We've had some pretty massive fights in 2015. I guess when you look back at 2015, what do you reckon your abiding memory will be of the year?
Well, part of it will have to be Maypac just because of what it was. Probably watching Tyson Fury win the world title with yourself would be another one. Or that'd probably be a big one. I'm trying to think if there was a great big British dust up, but nothing really springs straight to mind. Overall,
I think it's been a great year for boxing, great year for British boxing. We end the year with 12 champions, and foreseeably we've got a few more fighters to add to that list. I know Stephen Smith has a world title shot coming up, but I mean that
got signed off today.
There's some real talent, in the ranks. Obviously you've got the likes of Callum Smith, Anthony Joshua making their way towards the top of their respected divisions, other big names, Chris Eubank Jr. And I'm not saying all these guys are going to go on to win world titles. You've got Tony Bellew, who's probably fight for a world title next year. Some of them will come up short, and I expect they will, but Britain's in a very strong position. And to be honest, I think world boxing's in a strong position as well. After Mayweather Pacquiao, there tends not, if that fight could be made, any fight could be made. The PBC model, I know a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. It's brought us some good fights, and I think that's a model that's only going to increase, possibly even break the UK next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, on the PBC model?
Yeah.
I think it will depend on who they sign with. There's the odd Channel 5 card over here, but that doesn't tend to carry much interest.
Well, the PBC model is that they buy broadcasting space. So they will approach ITV, they will approach Fox Nation.
Well, yes, but it depends. I think if they go on ITV, then it'll do very well. I'm not entirely sure about Fox Nation.
Interesting stuff. Anyway, we're going to cut the tape just quickly here so we can move on to our first category. Bear with me for one moment.